Greetings, greetings, wonderful deep divers. You are appreciated. I hope you're enjoying this theme music. One love to everyone who's here. Oh yes. Oh yes. Deep divers. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers, you are appreciated. Welcome to another episode. And we got a whole lot to talk about. Let me send everyone in the chat some good ass energy right about now, because I heard you need it. Take that, take that, take that. Raising the frequency, deep divers. I'm in a good mood. Raising the vibration. Now, let me just say a shout out to everyone. Shout out to everyone who's been sending love. Princess Chief, you are appreciated. Love Therapy, you are most definitely appreciated. Shout out to you. You are definitely appreciated. Princess Chef, every day we love you, don't get it twisted. I love you too. I love you too. Adam, you are appreciated. I'm loving the new video entrances. Oh, that's great. That's what I'm here to do, Adam. So Deep Dive is an impromptu live stream. But I said, hey, it's time to do another live stream. I haven't done a live stream in a little while. So I said, hey, why not? You excited, deep divers? Now, I've been diving deep into a lot of different topics, deep divers. I just released a relationship video. Go and check that out. And we got to talk about this. There is a way out. The coming society breakout. We got a whole lot to talk about. There is a way out because so much is happening on the planet. And I always want to remind you, deep divers, there is a way out. There is a way out of the madness. There is a way out of the chaos. There is a way out of the confusion. And that's what I always aim to do in every video, to remind you. There is a way out. So with so much happening on the planet, try not to be disheartened with what's happening. Remind yourself your vibrational state. Your vibrational state makes all the difference, and you can turn this whole thing around. I'm doing it. I'm an alchemist.
Your monetary support.
July 23. Peace and love. From an alternate universe where COVID-19 doesn't exist. Hey, join us, fellow deep divers. You are appreciated. You are most definitely appreciated. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to read your comments. Fiona, you are appreciated. One love to Fiona. Thank you, Ralph, for always in me. You are appreciated, Fiona.
Credits received. Thank you for your monetary support.
Drake, you are appreciated. Shout out to everyone who's here. Shout out to everyone who's just joining us. And once again, make sure you smash the like button, deep divers. Smash the like button because we got a little bit to talk about. No, we got a whole lot to talk about. make sure you smash the like button and make sure that you share this link. Now, to everyone who's here, I'm sure you're awake and aware of what's happening on the planet right now. And that's great to see. Make sure you add me on the Instagram, Ralph Smart. Do that. Most definitely do that. Make sure as well you check out the best-selling book, Feel Alive by Ralph Smart on Amazon and at ralphsmart.com/the book. This book will help you become your greatest version. As well, make sure you check out the Good Ass Prana shirts, ralphsmart.com/clothes, spreadshirt.com if you're in America. And if you're a sexy ass model, woo, with a whole lot of heart who wants to be an Infinite Waters model, go and buy some. Now, deep divers, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's just go straight into it. So, one love to everyone in the chat. You are appreciated. You are appreciated. I'm happy to be back. There is a way out. The coming society breakout. So much is happening right now on the planet, deep divers. And I've got to do these kind of live streams. Rasta Black, you are appreciated. I got to do these live streams just to remind you there is a way out. You got to be very mindful of where you shift your focus. Right now, a lot of people feel stuck with a global pandemic. A lot of people feel confused. A lot of people feel there's no way out, like it's a checkmate.
Thank you for your monetary support.
And I'm here to remind you, it's not checkmate yet. You can still move the pieces and you can still win the game. Slow motion. People are saying, Ralph, you're doing your slow motion way too fast. I want to remind you, there is a way out. Now, when we see everything that's happening on the planet right now, we're seeing a collapse of society. We're seeing a collapse of the matrix. We're seeing that many people are changing. Many people are changing. Many people are also desensitized. Many people have also given away their freedoms. And many people have turned into zombies. Now, there is a way out. But I told you the inorganic ones are not going to stop. The inorganic ones don't know how to stop. Their job is to make sure you are never free. Their job is to make sure you are never happy. Their job is to make sure you're always afraid, always in fear, never getting a good night's sleep. But that's fine. They're only doing their job. Your job is to find a way out. And the good news is that millions of people are waking up all around the world. There has been tremendous pushback. A lot of people are finding their strength, reclaiming their power, reminding themselves being free is their birthright. That's great to see. And I want to remind you, it starts with you.
Thank you for your monetary support.
Shout out to you, John. You are appreciated. The revolution starts with you, but the revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be televised. It will be internalized. And it's up to you right now to say, wait a minute, am I part of the problem or am I part of the solution? When you look around at what's happening on the planet, it's not going to stop until you say enough is enough. And this is how to find the way out. Many people it takes them a long time to find their voice. Many people, it takes them a long time to find their strength. Many people, it takes them a long time to find their courage. And this is why one of the most powerful words you can say right now is no. That's one of the most powerful words you can say. A lot of you think this is a joke, and I told you. What the inorganic ones have planned for you is so terrible, it would take me more than one video to tell it to you. But it's a new world order where you are a slave for the rest of you, for the rest of eternity. And right now, you got to focus on your way out. Like I told you, I did the video on getting off the grid because
monetary support.
Diving Bear, you are appreciated. Let me just give some love to everyone who's here. You are appreciated. You are all appreciated. And it's so wonderful to see so many people awake and aware. Free Soul Flynn, you are appreciated. Give thanks, deep divers. Give thanks. Everyone who's here, make sure you smash the like button. Smash the like button and share this link. There is a way out.
Credits received.
The coming society breakout. We got a lot to talk about. Free Soul Flynn, you are appreciated. Big shout out to you, Ralph, for going live. We must become the spoon. We must become the spoon. Wait a minute. That's a round of applause for that. That's a round of applause. We must become the spoon. Absolutely. Diving Bear, you are appreciated. Shout out to you. Much gratitude, abundance, appreciation, and love, Ralph. Remember, deep divers, little hinges swing big doors.
Credits received. Thank you for your
slow motion this side. Remember, deep divers, little hinges swing big doors. Keep the vibes high and do something today that you can thank yourself for tomorrow. Ooh, I like that. That's the way out. Because right now I'm all about giving you solutions.
Complimentary celebration credit. Please, no live animals or real fire this time. Thank you.
You are appreciated. It's all about solutions. It's all about focusing on solutions. It's all about focusing on a way out. Because if you don't plan an exit strategy, it's over. We got to be learning right now to grow our own fruits and vegetables. Do you know that there are food shortages all over Europe? France, Germany, the UK. Food is not on the shelves. And it's happening all over Europe and moving to North America as well and the rest of the world. Because I told you, they were going to stage a fake food crisis. And what's happening? There's no food in the supermarkets. It's happening because this is what happens when people are panic buying. Adam, you are appreciated. Inorganic ones are twice as strong.
Credits received. Thank you for your monetary support.
Not twice as strong as us. No. We are twice as strong. This is what I told you. That we want to learn fundamental skills of how to live off the grid. How to be with ourselves and not be so dependent on the system. This is the way out. You see, when we take a look around at everything that's happening right now, it is all done by design. This was planned a long time ago. And the reason why it was planned is tied into the Great Conjunction. We are moving into the age of Aquarius.
Credits received. Thank you for your monetary support.
Oceana, Fairfox, you are appreciated. Star, you are all appreciated. Deep divers, you are all appreciated. One love to everyone who's here. And I want to read all of your comments, deep divers. If you are here, smash the like button. Smash the like button and share this link, deep divers. Let's beat the algorithms. Oceana. Fair Fox, you are appreciated. We must have the self-love to go inward and do the shadow work, healing trauma triggers to vibrate from love at all times, no matter external events. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Support.
Renata, you are appreciated. I would like to quote the third view who said this so powerfully. The program is crashing. Every day I am increasingly being liberated from this tacky carnival funhouse and the fake persona placed upon me. Only love matters. This is the way out. The coming society breakout. You see, there is a huge uprising happening. The reason why is because a lot of people are realizing that we're all in this together. And it doesn't matter your age, where you live, the color of your skin, your religion, doesn't make a difference. The inorganic ones don't care about that. They want everyone to be their slaves. And right now, it's great to see people standing up. I told you, a closed mouth doesn't get fed. No one is doing themselves any favors by being quiet. You want to make as much noise as you can. This is how the bully stops. If you're quiet around the bully continues to bully you. If you say enough is enough, the bully has no choice to stop. So that's one of the ways out. You have to remind yourself, no is the most powerful word you can say. And when you say no, say it with conviction. When you say no, say it with conviction every single day. And you will be surprised the mountains you can move just by a little no. And this is a way out. Remind yourself your silence is consent. D Hex, you are appreciated. Hey Ralph, saw you in Barnet in the park. Remember, you are super humble. Keep doing what you're doing, brother. You are appreciated. You are appreciated. Shout out to everyone who's here. So, like I said, deep divers, there is a way out. Right now, though, you're going to have to force your way out. There's only a way out if you are willing to knock down the doors. If you are willing to bang hard on the doors to say, let me out of here. Because if you are silent, you get to stay in the prison. They're hoping you keep quiet. Zombies stay silent. They don't make noise. Because zombies have lost their sense of I am. They are now automatons, drones. They've lost the power of no. They've been acquiescing. Now you're going to have to stop acquiescing. And you're going to have to remind yourself your voice matters. This is the way out. You want to say, actually, what I'm doing makes a difference. A lot of people don't really realize the severity of what's happening. A lot of people don't even realize what is happening. And sometimes this is how it all goes. Sometimes you don't realize till it's too late. Well, now this is your chance. This is humanity's last chance to learn to protect their energy, to stand up for your freedoms, and also to do your bit. No one has to save the world. You didn't come here to save the world. All you came here to do is just do your part. Lynn Winters, you are appreciated, thankful, grateful, and blessed. Sending virtual hugs and love to all. One love, Lynn. Hey, you are appreciated. You are appreciated, Lynn. And so much good energy here, deep divers. I want to remind you, each one of you hold the key. And when you see what's happening on the planet right now,
Credits received. Thank you for your monetary
If you are
support.
happy with it, that's fantastic. If you are not happy with the state of the world, you can do something about it. You can change it. It only ever takes one candle to light 1,000. It only ever takes one voice to inspire millions. So the way out of all of this is to remind yourself you're not little me. You are super powerful. And this is society's coming breakthrough, coming breakout. When people realize it, it's already happening. Even in France, when they said, hey, you can't go to certain restaurants if you haven't had the double jab, what happened? People on the streets of Paris, hundreds of thousands of people, millions, saying, we ain't having it. And the power is with the 99%. See, I want you to watch the film called Ants. You know, in the film Ants, Z was a worker ant. He thought he was just a tiny ant with no power. He suddenly realized there were millions of ants and there were only a few generals. So the way out Z found was to say, wait a minute, all we have to do is unite with the other ants and then we can take our power back. And this is the way out. Start building bridges instead of burning them with your fellow human beings. Because believe it or not, you're all going to share the same fate. A lot of people don't realize this, that you're all in this together. We're all in this together. Ralph, you and I are the spoon. Be the spoon, people. So I want to remind you, deep divers, we are all in this together. And never feel that what you have to say is small, insignificant.
Credits
No.
received. Thank you for your monetary support.
People need to hear your voice right about now. People need to hear your message. Not just Ralph
Credits
Smart. They
received.
want to hear you.
Thank you for
I
your
want to hear
monetary
you.
support.
And I want to say a shout out to everyone who's been doing the work, who's been helping to raise the
Credits
frequency of the
received.
planet. That's
Thank you for your
commendable.
monetary support.
You have a lot of people working behind the scenes, spreading awareness about what's really going on. You got people posting on Instagram, on Facebook, using these platforms to get a message out. And this is a way out. Use these social media platforms, even TikTok, use it to put a message out that can open people's eyes. Like I told you, we are winning. And there is a way out. You see, one thing the inorganic ones did, which was a big mistake, is that they took away people's freedoms. What happened in Braveheart? He said, you can take this, you can take that, but you'll never take my freedom. That was a big mistake because now, even the people who have had the triple jab, the double jabs, they're even pissed off. So this is a huge opportunity. And this is a great time to be alive because COVID is actually awakening more people than anything else. It's actually a great catalyst to awaken people. I told you, this all happened for a reason. It all happened because there is a cosmic reset happening. Not just a great reset. There's a cosmic reset, and it happened December 21st, 2020, with a great conjunction. And that was the same time
Credits received.
they were rolling out
Thank you for your monetary support.
the New World Order, New World Order agenda. Now, what is the cosmic reset? Cosmic reset, great conjunction, is where we're leaving the age of Pisces. We're moving into the age of Aquarius, which is all about knowing, This is the time on the planet where people are supposed to be waking up, and they are waking up. Nothing anybody can do about it. So it's not a coincidence. At the same time this monumental event is happening, they got to lower the frequency. I told you, everything is in reverse in the Matrix. If they are showing you bad things happening, that's because great things are happening planetary, in the heavens. Great things are happening planetary in the heavens. Great things are happening in the stars, in the cosmos, in the universe. Stars are aligning. Great conjunctions are happening. So you have to be mindful. When we talk of a way out, you got to be mindful that it's not all bad. Everything they show you is to make you feel weak, in fear, powerless. Have you ever wondered why the news is always full of bad news? Have you ever wondered why? Because you can watch any news story. It's always bad news. Have you ever wondered why they do this? It's because fear is the only way they can control you. So the way out is to remind yourself, throw fear in the trash can, and then you are no longer controlled. What's happened to a lot of people on the planet is that fear has got the better of them. And fear is like a grim reaper. It creeps up on you. And it paralyzes you. Fear blocks manifestation. People say, Ralph, aren't you afraid? I'm not afraid, deep divers. Why? Because I'm the chosen one. There's no need to be afraid of anything, deep divers. I told you. What you consume will consume you. When we talk of the way out, you want to make sure you are reminding yourself it's not all doom and gloom. You want to make sure you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. You want to remind yourself to take control of the narrative. You've been told it's only going to get worse. More variants. You're doomed. Stay indoors. Lockdown. So you might be led to believe that there's no hope when nothing could be further from the truth. One thing that is extremely powerful is the human spirit. That can never be kept under lockdown. All you have to do is remind yourself, collectively, we created this. What you're seeing before your eyes is humanity's collective shadow. And right now, we have to do the shadow work. Deep divers, you are appreciated. One love to everyone who's here. Make sure you smash the like button, deep divers. Make sure you smash the like button and share this link. There is a way out. The coming society breakthrough. The coming society breakout is jailbreak. People are breaking the prison door open, getting free. And that's what it's all about. Right now, we got to remind ourselves we are the ones we're waiting for. We got to remind ourselves we can create the world when we change our thoughts, words, and actions. We got to do that every single day. So many wonderful deep divers here. Let's raise the frequency, deep divers. Let's raise the frequency and give thanks. You ready, deep divers, to raise the frequency and give thanks, right? Let's raise the frequency. Because I always tell you, the reason why I'm able to share, I already put out one video, deep divers, but the universe gave me more strength to say, Ralph, you can do another one. And this is what happens when you're grateful. And this is a way out. A lot of people are stuck because they have a lack of gratitude. A lot of people are in fear. They have a lack of gratitude. Take time to say thank you every single day, and blessings come. Deep divers, let's raise the frequency and let's give thanks. Oh, we're going 80s deep divers. Yeah, I'm so happy. The whole world is just beginning. We already won. It's about us all. So many beautiful deep divers here. So many beautiful deep divers here. Feels so good to be alive, baby. Yeah, I'm so happy. I'm so happy, deep divers. We're gonna come back and play. We're gonna play the rest of that. We're gonna play the rest of that. We're going to play the rest of that. Let's give more thanks. We'll get into the whole song. Shout out to everyone who's here. And like I always say, I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you.
Thank you for your monetary support.
Tyrone and Chad, you are appreciated. Kiawatha, you are appreciated. Give thanks, deep divers. Give thanks. Like I told you, gratitude.
Thank you for your monetary support.
Gratitude. And Kiawatha, you are appreciated. Shout out to all of you. Thank you for what you do. Like I say, I'm happy to do it. For me, it's a gift. It's an honor. It's a privilege. At the same time, I got to give thanks for me to be able to continue to do this. I'm someone who's giving thanks to even say, gosh, I don't even need to make any videos, right? I already got enough videos, but it's the gratitude that the universe just says, Ralph, keep going. And this is what happens with gratitude, deep divers, right? I always tell you, I'm just grateful every day. And that's the way out. Let me shout out to everyone who's here. Zandro _ you are appreciated. And deep divers, leave a comment. Let me read it. If you got something to say, let's broadcast it. Let's talk about it. Even though there's a lot of BS being thrown from the inorganic ones, these are very exciting times. Feels so good to be alive, baby. Absolutely. Absolutely. These are very, very exciting times, deep divers, because Pandora's box has been opened. These are very exciting times because people are now realizing we're all in this together. This is a very exciting time because this is humanity's greatest chance to break out and form the new earth. Some people are already doing that. They're already in the 5th dimension. They're already letting go of this matrix and putting their eyes elsewhere. Elisa Jane Tarrant, you are appreciated. Ralph, I adore you. But this is bad. And people need to take back control right now. People need to get off their ass and do something. Hey, hey, we got a rainbow moment for you. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. We got a rainbow moment. We got a glasses moment. We got a round of applause moment. Absolutely. And this is part of the way out. You have to be brutally honest. It is bad. And this is how we do the shadow work. You don't sugarcoat it. You say, actually, the situation on the planet is horrendous. If we don't get off our ass, it's too late. Because you've been programmed to believe ignorance is bliss. And this is why a lot of people...
Credits received. Thank you for your monetary support.
A lot of people have their head in the clouds, not realizing that you are being led into a new comfortable prison. And the only way out is to show your disgust, show your frustration, show your exasperation, show your non-compliance. And this is how things change. This is how you find the way out. When people say enough is enough, you have to be honest with how you feel. You can't think, hey, I'm just going to go to bed and tomorrow it's going to be perfect. I told you. The inorganic ones aren't going to stop ever. The reason why is because they survive when you are under their control. That's how they eat. Fear is the food they need. They need you to be in pain. They need you to be in grief. They need you to be heartbroken. They need you to be depressed and full of anxiety. But the moment you move to that love frequency, it's kryptonite. Oh my gosh. So remind yourself, we're living in a world of polarity in this 3D. And that means as good as someone is, just as wicked as someone is. Just like you have light workers, people who want to raise the frequency, that's their job. You also have people who want to lower the frequency. That's their job. You would say, why on earth do people want to keep other people in lockdown and prisons and all of these things? Because this is how they survive. They survive when you are in bondage. And this is why Agent Smith told Morpheus in the Matrix, human beings are a disease, a plague, a cancer on this planet, and we are the cure. And this is why when we talk of the way out, you're going to have to remind yourself, they're not going to stop. The inorganic ones aren't going to stop. And that's okay. They're only doing their job. You've got to ask yourself, am I doing my job? Who am I? Which side am I on? Am I helping to spread awareness? Am I for the love side or am I for the fear side? Am I for the freedom side or am I for the slavery side? A lot of people are now starting to remind themselves that there are levels to this shit.
Received.
I told you.
Your monetary support.
Duh, yeah, you are appreciated. I told you. The inorganic ones have done a great job fooling billions of people, programming them. And that's why they call it a TV program, because you are being programmed. Everything in this reality was planned a long time ago. And the way out of the labyrinth is to ascend. Slow motion this side. You can't go left or right. You got to ascend. You literally got to levitate. You got to ascend above the BS that you're in. And that's the way out. That's the coming society breakout. You see, a lot of people might get annoyed. They might want to protest. But protests are futile unless you make your entire life a protest. You got to make big changes, not just protest for one day, because then you go back to normal the next day. You got to have a lifestyle change to say, actually, I'm homeschooling my children. That's a big change. That's a big change. Or I'm no longer going to shop in certain shops. That's a big change. I'm no longer going to give my power. I'm no longer going to give my power away. And now this is how the big changes happen. This is the way out. We got to remind ourselves we're not all innocent. Many people would love to feel that they are so innocent. Once again, shout out to everyone who's here. Make sure you smash the like button, deep divers, and share the link. Smash the like button and share the link. There is a way out. Thank goodness. I'm here to remind you there is a way out. And you have to be aware of that fact because nothing is set in stone. But remind yourself, freedom is never given. You got to take it with both hands. Impolitely, you got to snatch it back and say, give me it. It's mine. It's not yours. That's the way out. You can't just say, hey, I'm going to wait till I get free. You're going to be waiting a mighty long time. You see, slavery didn't end. It just took on a new form. Many people are modern day slaves. And the reason why is because many people don't think. Many people don't question. So the way out, therefore, is to think and question. That's all you have to do. And this is why children already know the way out. When you see children, they're always asking questions. Always asking questions. That's the way out. Ask as many questions as you have to. Why is this happening? What is in that thing? Why should I take it? These are the questions you have to ask. Critical thinking. Questions make you smarter. When you blindly accept, you become an automaton, zombie. So remind yourself the way out right now is to be on your job, be in your life mission, be in your purpose, use your voice, refuse to be a zombie. And remind yourself what you do matters. What I do matters. Most definitely. But it's never for one person to do all of it. Everyone has to do something. Everyone has to do their part. People have watched my videos and they're watching my videos. And what I'm happy to see is that a lot of people are running with the information. They're starting their own channel. That's what I want. I want to see other people start their own channel, and I want to see other people inspire other people. And a lot of people who I've mentored over the years, they've done that. Some people have millions of subscribers, and they used to watch my videos, and they still do. That's how we create the change. Say, actually, I've been watching this person, but let me give my own perspective. Let me start my own channel. Let me start my own platform. And if everyone does that, there's more voices out there. Once again, deep divers, you are appreciated. Make sure you smash the like button, and share this link. So I want to remind you, reality is what you focus on most often. Every single day, remind yourself of that. You have been led to believe it's all doom and gloom. And right now, the way out calls for a focus on the world you wish to live in. That's all you have to do. A lot of people are panicking. And anytime you panic, bad things happen. Bad things happen when you panic. What are the things that happen when you panic? What are the things that happen when you panic? When you panic, people panic buy. They'll do anything, and it leads to desperation. And that's why you got to remind yourself to never be panicky or afraid of something. Because if you do, you become irrational. I told you, the food shortages that are around because people are panic buying. Already in Europe, shelves are being emptied. And this is all a sign that you're going to have to learn how to be self-sufficient. You're going to have to learn to survive on the bare essentials. Or shall I say thrive? Thrive on the bare essentials. Because the more you are addicted to the machine, the more control the machine has over you. Shout out to everyone who's here, deep divers. You are appreciated. Oh, yes. You see, that's what happens with gratitude, deep divers. One love to everyone who's here. Let's raise the frequency. Give thanks, deep divers. Make sure you smash the like button. And let's raise the frequency. Let's raise the frequency. Time to go 80s. The whole world is just beginning. We already won. We already won, deep divers. That's the way out. Remind yourself of that. It's about us all. So many beautiful deep divers here. This song just raises your frequency, deep divers. We're going to come back to it. Let me say a shout out to everyone who's here. So, there is a way out, deep divers. The coming society breakout is happening. Agent 03, you are appreciated. Shout out to you. You are what you consistently do. My picture on here is a year old now, and I have a career, and I'm doing jujitsu classes and eating better, conquering my fears, and doing what I left behind when I was a kid. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. You are what you do. You are what you consistently do. That's powerful, because we got to remind ourselves. We got to remind ourselves of that every single day. Shout out to everyone who's here. So one thing I want you to know, deep divers, is that I'm sure you've probably noticed some people are not on social media anymore. Some people who were sharing videos, they kind of stopped sharing videos. And this is what happens in the final end game. Because you got to remind yourself, a lot of people who you see giving messages about like what I'm talking about and other people, they only came back just to give you that message. They only came back just to help you out. But don't think they're always going to be around giving you the information. They might decide one day to say, you know what? I'm going to go off somewhere and meditate. And I want to remind you just to have this gratitude, because some people, you might see them today. They may not be around tomorrow. what you have to remind yourself of this, what you have to remind yourself of with this is that this is why the inorganic ones maintain so much power. The reason why is because sheep support them. People who are unaware support them. And a lot of people are putting out great messages, but people don't appreciate what they're doing. These people have no choice but to say, you know what? I'm going to retreat. Because there are a lot of people who are awake and aware, but they need support. So I'm always reminding you, support people who are giving you the good message. Support people who are raising the frequency. Because if you don't, you're going to have no one left to support you. And this is why what's happening on the planet, which is a little bit scary, is things are being removed from the search engines. I told you. The inorganic ones always think one step ahead. And what their plan is to, because they're not doing this for you, they're doing it for the next generation.
Received. Thank you for your monetary support.
And one day you're going to go on the internet and there's going to be no information that's going to help you wake your ass up at all. There's going to be no conscious people on the internet at all. And you're going to say, where did they all go? It's happening, deep divers. And this is why when that happens, it's over. Humanity might as well say good night because you are doomed for eternity. You see, what has helped humanity thus far is the light workers who are coming back, reincarnating, who are giving humans the message. But I told you, people like myself and other people, we don't have to do it. We don't have to inspire humanity. We just chose to do this, but we don't have to do it. And a lot of people, light workers, can wake up one day and say, you know what? I don't need to do this anymore. Because they're okay, I'm okay. But the masses are not okay. And this is why it is so necessary. You have a lot of light workers, people who are helping to raise the frequency. If they stop doing that, it's over. Because the mainstream are already asleep. The mainstream are already zombies. But you know what happens with zombies? See, the thing about zombies is that when you have a lot of zombies, and you're not a zombie, the zombies outnumber you. They're coming for you. The zombies are coming for you. You should play Resident Evil, right? And this is why I always tell you, remind yourself to support people who are doing it. I'm already supported. So many beautiful deep divers supporting me. And I'm already on that level where I'm just choosing to do it. I don't have to do it. Nobody's forcing me to make videos. I love to do it. And I'm happy to do it. But one day, once again, one day, things will change. So I always remind yourself, I always want you to remind yourself, don't always expect, just like in a relationship, don't always expect someone to be there. Don't always expect, because one day you're going to wake up and it's no longer going to be there. So the good news is we as an OG myself, an OG in the game, I'm raising other people in that position. And that's what I've been doing. I won't mention their names. A lot of big YouTubers, I was mentoring them, giving them the good word. So that's the good news. But it is up to you right now to remind yourself of that, because there is a way out, but it's only dependent on the unity. That's what it's dependent on. The inorganic ones are unified. That's why they have the power. Let me repeat that. The inorganic ones are unified. That's why they have the power. Humanity can become the power, but they first have to
Another
unify.
year of support.
Goddess energy, you are
You've been granted
appreciated.
another complimentary celebration credit. Please, no live animals or real fire this time. Thank you.
Let me shout out to everyone who's here. Trace Bees, you are appreciated. Stay strong. Stay true to you. Thanks, Ralph. Keep doing what you are doing. Hey, that's what, like I told you, I'm not doing this because I said, hey, I want to just do this today. I'm doing this because this is part of my soul contract. I signed up to inspire millions of people.
Credits received.
So every single day,
support.
That's what I'm doing. Goddess energy, you are appreciated. Nothing can harm a strong mind and body, period. I use YouTube only, and it's to nourish my mind. Water is consciousness. Rise, light workers, 1111. 1111. Absolutely. You are appreciated. And that's the thing. I found a way out. I was trapped for a long time. I found a way out of the matrix. I became the architect. And that's why, for someone who's been there, I know what people are going through. I was able to ascend out of it. If you are here, make sure you smash the like button. Because when you smash the like button, the videos get shared in the algorithms. This is another way to find a way out. Learn how the algorithms work. When you like a video on YouTube, it gets shared through the algorithm. So everyone here, smash the like button, because people need to wake up. Shout out to everyone who's here.
Credits received. Thank you for your monetary support.
Richie, shout out to you. You are appreciated. Do you know who Spiritual Soul is? Absolutely. That's a good brother of mine, man. Shout out to that brother. Like I told you, a lot of people watch my videos and started their own channel, and that's fantastic. A lot of young people. I'm still young. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. GLT, you are appreciated. I want to remind you, you can do it. You can do it.
Credits received. Thank you for your monetary support.
Song Brown, you are appreciated. Thank you so much. You are appreciated. Ralph, I appreciate you. Let's remind ourselves that there is a way out. There's a book called The Isis Thesis. Pathway to the Valley isn't the only way through astral traveling. Shout out to you. Remind yourself the astral realm is, we are always temporarily leaving our physical bodies every single night. But we got to remind ourselves, yes, we are spiritual beings having a human experience.
Credits received. Thank you for your monetary support.
At the same time, you're going to have to free yourself.
Thank you for your monetary support.
Because when the physical is enslaved, it also affects you on other planes. And this is what they know. They know that if someone is enslaved physically, it also affects them on a mental plane and a spiritual plane. Because everything is reversed. So this is why healthy body, healthy mind, healthy mind, healthy body. It's always reversible. And this is why you have to remind yourself, I'm a Pisces, so I'm naturally a dreamer, deep divers. My head is in the clouds. But I'm also both hands, ambidextrous, left-handed. I can also write with my right hand, which means I'm using the left brain and the right brain. And this is the way out. You don't want to be always so out there in the clouds. You want to know that you came to this physical dimension for a reason. The people, the inorganic ones, they are rooted in matter, right? So when you are rooted in matter,
Credits received. Thank you for your monetary support.
You become materialistic. And that's okay if you want to do that. But this is what they worship, materialism, because they are materialists. And you have to learn how to be a spiritualist and also a materialist. You have to learn how to turn matter into something else. You have to learn how to use matter. You have to learn how to use their tricks against them. And that's why I had to learn how to live stream. I said, you know what? Let me master live streaming. And now I mastered it. So I had to use their tricks against them, because all of this technology you're using is theirs. The real technology is your DNA, the biological transmitter and receiver of information. That's the original internet, the biological internet. All of this external internet, this is the inorganic one's technology. And this is why they can control the algorithm. They can control the algorithms in this external technology because they created it. What they don't have, though, is a soul. And this is why there's something called Human 2.0, transhumanism, where, like Elon Musk said, you're already a cyborg. The only way the AI can survive is to replace you. And that's why when you go to the supermarkets, everything is self-service. That's the only world they can live in. The artificial world, artificial intelligence. And that's why when we talk of the way out, you want to remind yourself, no computer can be as powerful as a human being. No supercomputer can do the calculations
Thank you for your monetary
a human
support.
being can do. No supercomputer can do the calculations a human being can do in its sleep. And this is why you have something they want. And that's what the film The Matrix was all about. The reason why Agent Smith hated Neo is because Neo had something Agent Smith never had. And this is why the inorganic ones don't like human beings, because human beings, if they wake up to who they are one powerful. Just like in the film The Matrix, Neo put up his hand. The bullets just fell to the ground. That's the kind of power you have when you remind yourself you have this kind of power. You're not told that. You're told you're a weak being. And I told you. They have to remind you that you have no power to take your power away. If they tell you on the news every single day you are this powerful being who can do phenomenal things, you might start believing it. And when you start believing it, you might start doing it.
Credits
So
received.
they don't even want
Thank
you to
for your
think
monetary support.
that you are the real superheroes. Those Marvel comics, DC, they're writing them about you. There's a new film called Infinite. They're talking about Infinite Waters. They're talking about you. The superhero movies, they're talking about you. They're showing you what you can actually do when you unlock the junk DNA, when you activate the pineal gland. You can do all kind of things. Telekinesis. You can do all kind of things, and they know this. And every now and again, we have glitches in the matrix. We have people who can do phenomenal things, and we're like, oh my gosh, how on earth are they doing that? How on earth are they doing that? I mean, I don't want to blow my own horn, but some people say, Ralph, that's impossible. How come you can be so consistent? And I told you, I was able to unlock the junk DNA. I was able to delete the programs, the limiting programs, and become infinite. And I'm not even 1% of my true potential. Just imagine what would happen if you unlock 100%. And this is the way out, to say, actually,
Credits received.
I've been told
Thank
I'm
you for your
useless, I'm
monetary
powerless.
support.
We got to remind ourselves we can actually do quite a lot. We can do a whole lot.
Credits received. Thank you for your
We can do a
monetary
whole
support.
lot. Let me shout out to everyone who's here. Mr. K, you are appreciated. Mr. K, you are appreciated. So many beautiful deep divers here. Julie C, you are appreciated. Shazi B, you are most definitely appreciated. That's a great, great message. Wonderful message there. Love and light to all. And we got to start on that kind of note, deep divers. We got to start on these kind of notes. Shazi B, you are appreciated, sister. Love and light to all, sending and accepting nothing but positive vibes. Uncle Bob Marley and other great artists helped me through my journey, and bless you too, Ralph. I'm woke, baby. I'm woke, baby. Right? That's fantastic. And what I always want to remind you is that this is the greatest time for an awakening. And the reason why is because now is the time for awakening. Humanity had to learn lessons. And if you realize history has a strange way of repeating itself. See, every 100 years, there's some kind of global pandemic. The Black Plague, Spanish flu. It happens every 100 years. We're in this position to say, wait a minute. This is happening every 100 years. Now, why is it happening every 100 years? That's the question. And what's the true population of the planet? I'm sure a lot of you sometimes think, gosh, there's a lot of busy cities on this planet. Sometimes you're walking through a city and you're like, gosh, there's so many people here. Well, the inorganic ones think that all the time. And the film Elysium was all about people, the elites. We are the elites, by the way, but the elites in the Matrix leaving this planet and going to a space station and creating hell on earth. Jeff Bezos went to space recently. And they are trying to go and have trips to space and to say, hey, if you have a lot of money, you can go to space. But once again, there's problems on this planet yet they want to go to space. The reason why they want to go to space is because they know that they are creating a prison here. And they want to leave to go to space. So you got to remind yourself. Absolutely. You know, I spoke about Stanley Kubrick, who was a great film director. And he did a lot of films, 2001. But also he was putting in messages in his films. Go and watch Eyes Wide Shut, right? Go and watch Eyes Wide Shut, starring Nicole Kidman. They were showing you the rituals. So when you remind yourself, the way out is to question everything. Even space explorations, you got to say, wait a minute, where are they really going? I told you, life is a meme. And in the words of Mark Twain, it is easier to fool people than to convince people they have been fooled. Many people read something and they accept it. They don't say, wait a minute, how do I know? Was I there? I don't know that. I was just told. So you can believe anything in the Matrix if you don't question anything. So the way out is to always say, I'm not going to believe everything they tell me. I told you. Everything in this Matrix is in reverse. And the inorganic ones control people every single day by deception. This is how they control people every single day, by trickery. And you have to be able to read in between the lines. And you have to more so be able to not drink the Kool-Aid. Jim Jones, who was a preacher, minister in Guyana, he formed the Disciples of Christ. He left the United States, went to Guyana, and he set up his church ministry there. And one day he convinced his congregation to drink Kool-Aid. They thought they were having a great time. But the Kool-Aid was actually laced with cyanide. So don't drink the Kool-Aid. That's the way out. Do not drink the Kool-Aid. Because this is why it's a great time to be alive. You have all of these past experiences to learn from. To say, wait a minute. Have you heard of the Tuskegee Experiment? Have you heard of the Tuskegee Experiment? Have you heard of the Tuskegee Experiment? A lot of people, if you haven't, go and research it. See, that's why I always tell you, when you research things, you start to realize that human beings have been lab rats for a long time. And the only way out is in. The only way out is to say, wait a minute. Enough is enough. Wait a minute. Stop right there. Wait a minute. I can look back at the Tuskegee Experiment. What was that all about? What was the Tuskegee Experiment all about? I learned about that in university. I was shocked. But these things did happen. So when you broaden your mind to say, history can always repeat itself. And down the line, they can just say, you know what? We made a mistake. I'm sorry. But then it's too late. But if you look back, you'll see that human beings have made many, many mistakes. Many, many mistakes. And all they could say was, we got it wrong. Don't allow yourself to be in someone else's mistake. Use critical thinking, discernment, and this is the way out for you. Because the great news is that the inorganic ones made huge mistakes. Huge mistakes. One of the mistakes they made was force. That's a big red flag. If I tell you to do this and do this and do this, you must do this. What happens? You're going to say, why do you want me to do this, Ralph? So anytime someone's trying to force you to do something, always raise your hand and say something is not adding up. If they had just said, you know what, you can do it if you want, you don't have to do it, that would have worked a lot better. But they are giving people an ultimatum all around the world. If you don't get it, hey, you can't go to nightclubs in the UK. France, you can't go to certain restaurants. So all of this is making people feel a certain way. And this is what's sparking a huge awakening. I told you, growth only happens in discomfort. And if you are uncomfortable, that's fantastic. It means that an awakening is happening. Many people are very uncomfortable. Great things are born out of discomfort. And Australia, right here in Australia, lockdown. A lot of people I know in Australia, they're furious. Around the Gold Coast, Sydney, Melbourne, they're unhappy. And this is going to lead people to start thinking and waking up. And that's a good thing. So sometimes you need things to be taken away from you before you can wake up. A lot is being taken away from humanity right now. Your freedoms, your mental health, your traveling plans. And now is the greatest time to say enough is enough. When people unite, they become the greatest force on earth. All that's needed is for 1% of the population to awaken. That's all that's needed. That can shift the entire collective. 1%. We're talking about 70 million people. And we are already there. That's the good news. And this is why you're seeing pushback in every single country on the planet. Because what's happened is that you've heard the saying, we don't die, we multiply.
Thank you for your monetary support.
Jelani, you are appreciated. Buying cryptocurrency is the only way out. You know, so you've heard the saying, we don't die, we multiply. And what's happened now is that information is out there. Information is in here as well. But now people can open their minds. They can watch a documentary. They can read a book. They can expand their mind beyond what's happening in their local community and village. And this is why people's minds potentially can be wide open. And this is why there's such a need right now to lock down, to censor, to keep you in fear. Because the inevitable and how the story goes is that humanity always triumphs. It's already written in the book of life. You have already won. This is the time to celebrate. But I told you, the inorganic ones are always going to be here. Because their job is to make sure they are always in power and always in control. Your job is to make sure you are always in power and always in control. Can you see? Everyone has their own agenda. And that's fine. You have to make sure your agenda benefits you. because they're not going to stop. You shouldn't stop living your truth. And if you give in, you have just lost all of your power. You want to stand up because you are actually more powerful than the ones who deceive you. It's just that many people are in a state of amnesia. Many people have forgotten who they truly are. Many people are on TikTok dancing, thinking everything is sweet. And it is. I always say, entertain yourself, honey. Do your thing, baby. I'm not going to stop you. But at the same time, you don't realize you want to dance with self-awareness. You want to say, actually, let me dance knowing that my children can grow up in a free world. Because if you are dancing on TikTok, just posting selfies on Instagram, not really spreading awakening messages, you're the reason why the world was hijacked by thieves. Because right now, it's getting serious for humanity. The reason why is because the 99% have a choice to make. Do they want to stay in prison? Or do they want to jailbreak? If you say there's nothing wrong with this, you're always going to be in prison. If you say, I didn't come here to live in prison, you can now get free. So change only happens when you say, no, this is not what I came here to do. If you're saying, hey, this is fine, this is normal, there's no change. And I told you, deep divers, your friends and family, for some of them it's too late because they still have lessons to learn. That's okay. Focus on your own community, on your own tribe who get it. Not everyone's going to make it. Not everyone's going to get there with you. A lot of people are so programmed by the matrix, they wouldn't even know what's what from what's what. And right now, you've got to remind yourself, they're not going to stop. And it's not a personal thing. It's because this is what they were designed to do. It's just like this is their nature. The inorganic one's nature is to make sure humanity is slaves. The reason why is because your fear is their breakfast. Your fear is their lunch. And your fear is their dinner time. Your love is their end. And this is the way out. Remind yourself, there's a reason why they don't want people coming together. Because when people are vibrating in the love frequency, especially in large stadiums, concerts, when enough people say the same thing all at once, you have something called morphogenetic resonance. You can shift the entire collective. And this is what you have to do. You want to unite with a lot of people. Have a meditation. Do a global meditation. Focus your intention on the world you want to live in collectively, and then things happen. This is what the ancients always knew. If you want to change reality, all you need is the collective to focus on the reality they want. And this is why you want to unite with as many people as you can who have the same mindset as you do, and start meditating together, start holding the same intention, the same thoughts about the new world you want, and it will manifest. So this is a lot of great hope for humanity, because you've been told there's nothing you can do. Absolutely not. I always tell you, life is not something happening to you. It's always responding to you. Nothing is set in stone. And nothing is happening to you. Everything is responding to you. Johnny, you are appreciated. Shout out to you.
Thank you for your monetary support.
Long time deep diver. Thanks for being on the forefront, Ralph. Hey, you are appreciated. You are appreciated. Guns and Cigars, you are appreciated. Keep it up, Ralph. I appreciate you. And that's the thing. I always say that what I'm doing, anyone can do. But you have to decide to do it. And every single day, decide you can do something. I told you, I'm not just making videos on the global pandemic. I released a video and go and check it out. Recognize someone's meant for you. Prepare yourself for the one. I'm doing sexology videos, food videos, all kind of things. And this is why Infinite Waters is growing so much. At the same time, I'm also addressing the biggest issues at hand, because this elephant in the room can't be ignored. The reason why is because this elephant in the room isn't going anywhere. And I told you, it's summer right now. Autumn, winter, spring. A new wave is coming. And the same thing is going to happen again, because the inorganic ones do things in cycles. So prepare yourself for what's coming. I told you. When this thing first hit 15 months or so ago, what happened to the supermarkets? Food shortages, no toilet roll, no pasta, no water, because people are panicking. They're like, oh my gosh, I need to buy as much food as I can. So now in all over Europe, people are doing that. There's food shortages all over Europe. You go into the supermarket, people are panic buying for your monetary support. Because with the new app, people are being pinged, right? So a lot of the people who are working in the supermarkets, a lot of them are testing positive. So they got to go home. So there's no one to serve you in the supermarket. And this is why this is what's happening. So you're going to have to learn how to be self-sufficient, grow your own fruits and your own vegetables. Learn how to fast every single day. Learn how to eat less, because sometimes you might need to go without food for a few days. Wait a minute, deep divers. We ain't even had breakfast yet. We ain't even had breakfast yet, deep divers. You're going to have to learn to say that. You're going to have to learn how to say that. We ain't even had breakfast yet. We're out here. We ain't even had breakfast yet. And that's what I do. When I say that, deep divers, is because I really haven't had breakfast yet. Will you ever have breakfast, Ralph? Absolutely not. Fabio, you are appreciated. Fabio, you are appreciated. Gratitude, Ralph. What's your favorite style of astrology? I'm studying Vedic, but also want to try Chinese, Western, and Mayan. Any thoughts, brother? Hey, that's a great question. I've done videos on astrology, and one of the oldest calendars is called the Temple of Dendera. If you study the ancient Egyptian cosmology, this is where a lot of astrology comes from anyway, ancient Egypt. So I always recommend people take a trip to Egypt, go to the pyramids, see the wonderful civilization who were ahead of their time, who gave us so much of the sciences we have right now. And they knew a lot. The Mayan as well. Also, all over Africa. You will have
Another year
wisdom
of
that will
support.
blow your mind.
You've been granted another complimentary celebration credit. Please, no live animals or real fire this time. Thank you.
Maris Chaotica, you are appreciated. The Dogons in Mali, they were able to see Sirius before even scientists could see it. They were able to see star systems. They knew they were there. And even till this day, scientists were like, oh my gosh, how the hell did the Dogons know about these star systems? Because there is so much wisdom, especially in Mali, the Dogons. They know all about everything when it comes to astrology. So you should really study the Dogons, study ancient Kemet, Sumeria, emerald tablets, diving deep. Ritvaz, you are appreciated. Thank you. Sending love to all of you in this live. Love to you, Ralph. You are appreciated. So I want to remind you, it's not just about one person being on the forefront. Everyone has to be at the forefront. OZ Sky, you are appreciated. Ralph, you are a true light worker. I always see that light in your eyes. So inspiring. I appreciate that. One thing I want to remind you of, deep divers, when we talk about there is a way out. First and foremost, if you are here, welcome. Smash the like button, deep divers. Smash the like button of this video. Smash the like button and share this link. Let's get this in the algorithms. People need to hear this. There is a way out. The coming society breakout. Right now, we're going to have to remind ourselves time is ticking. I told you, it only takes 28 days to form a new habit, create a new neural pathway. And this is why, even though they can say a freedom day or it's over and just go back, people won't do that, because 28 days, that's all you need for a program to be running. Every 28 days. And when people do something for 28 days consecutively, it becomes a new habit. And this is why a lot of people, 5 years from now, they're still going to be wearing face masks. 20 years from now, they're still going to be wearing face masks. It's changed forever. So you got to remind yourself how the brain works and how neural pathways are created. The longer you do something, reality becomes what you do most consistently. Let me repeat that. Reality becomes what you do most consistently. And this is why when we talk of the way out, make sure your actions are part of the solution and not the problem. Because everything you are doing is creating a new neural circuitry. Sometimes you don't even know why you're doing it, but it's a habit. Some people say, I don't know why I'm smoking this, Ralph, but it's a habit. And you have to break these habits to find your way out, because the longer you do it to say, hey, I just want to get along, you don't realize one day it's going to be impossible to stop doing it. Sometimes, like, I had to wear a mask to go into certain shops. I never wore the mask. I just put it under my nose. Then I said, wait a minute, I'm taking this off. Because I found myself just doing it
Another year
as a
of
habit.
support. You've been granted another
And
complimentary celebration credit.
Before you know it,
Please, no live animals or real fire this time. Thank you.
Before you know it, it becomes a habit. And a habit where you're okay with it. Mike Van Dyke, you are appreciated. What do I say to my inorganic friends? That's a great question. Well, if you're dealing with friends right now in the Matrix, The Walking Dead, Remind yourself you are also the walking dead. This is not the time for condemnation. It's not the time for judgment. It's the time of awareness to remind yourself that once upon a time you were also asleep. Once upon a time you were also a sheep. It's just that you had an awakening. Many of your friends are still in the dream, still in the under the deep hypnosis. They're still in the sunken place. And if you want to wake someone out of the sunken place, you got to remind yourself there's nothing you can do. They have to be awakened when they're ready. So remind yourself, don't worry about your inorganic friends, people who are still asleep in the matrix. When they're ready, they'll wake up. Focus on the people who are already awake and aware. That's where all your energy should go. Because right now, when you come together with like minds, you can move mountains. Not everyone's going to make it, because I told you, people are reincarnating with different missions. People are reincarnating with different itineraries. People are reincarnating with a different karma. Not everyone is here to be a light worker and help people. Some people are here to deceive people based on their past life experiences. Some people are here and they're still asleep, still fast asleep, because they still haven't gone through those necessary lessons to awaken. They still haven't gone through breakdowns. They still haven't gone through their own journey, their own processes. And this is why once upon a time,
you've been granted another complimentary celebration credit. Please, no live animals or real fire this time. Thank you.
You are appreciated. So a lot of people haven't gone through the processes, and that's okay. I told you. You know, once upon a time, I used to be in the club deep dives. Once upon a time, I was like 17 years old, but I was only in that phase for a few years, like 2 years. And when you're in the club, because when you're in the club scene, I was in the club scene for a little while. So that's why I can understand people who were there. In the club scene, you want to rave, you want to party, you want to do this, you want to do that. That's fine, because I was there. But I was always awake when I was there. I was with friends who were always wanting to do that. And that all comes to an end. So that's only a temporary phase. You're going to have to wake up from that.
Thank you for your monetary
and you're going to have to face the music. So I always say, you know, you ask, what should I do about my inorganic friends? Just remind yourself, people will wake up when they're ready. Sometimes people need to experience a few things before they wake up. Right? People need to experience a few things before they wake up. Because like I told you, everything that's designed in this matrix to entertain you was done for a reason. Alcohol is actually an Arabic word. Alcohol deals with the spirits. That's why it's called the spirits, right? And it's used to possess you. People say, I've lost control of who I really am. You don't realize that you have actual spirits in the drink. You don't realize you have actual entities in the drink. Because spirits exist and are invisible to the human eye. And alcohol originally was used to clean things. And when you learn about all of these histories, you realize that this is all part of the grand plan to dumb down the masses. Nothing has changed since Rome, when they were fighting in the gladiators. They were fighting in the gladiators arena. What did they give them in Rome? Entertainment, beer and wine and bread, right? Beer, wine, and bread. Entertain the masses with big sports events, the Olympics, right? The Olympics. All of these games are done by design, by the inorganic ones, to stop people figuring out the simulation program. You need these things to keep the machine going. That's why every 2 years, every year, there's new sports events. There's always something to entertain you, to distract you. There's always a new app, TikTok, all of these things. Because the moment people wake up, it's over. The gig is up. And that's why I'm pretty sure a lot of people on this live are very awake and aware. And you could probably attest to this. Their gig is up. You can see all through it. And that's what happens. You see, when you wake up, you can see through everything. That's what they don't want. And when you wake up, they no longer have any power over you. And this is why you got to be incredibly grateful that you are awake and aware. Certain people, you know, friends, even family members, they want to wake up. It's just that what's happening now is a battle for the hearts and minds of the people. Not everyone's going to make it because a lot of people are still young, still in kindergarten. You're an old soul, deep divers. You've been here many, many times. You can remember the incarnations. You can remember coming here. You already know this whole thing is a big joke. You already know this whole thing is a big scam. You already know this whole thing is a big illusion. But a lot of your friends and family, they don't know that. They're still in the dream. They're fast asleep. They wake up. Then they go to bed. They wake up. And in between that time, they're in the hypnosis. That's what the film Get Out was all about. You better get out from the sunken place. A lot of people you know are still in the sunken place. That's what Jonathan Peele was trying to tell you. Jordan Peele, wake up. Get out from the sunken place. And when you get out, you start to realize things aren't always what they seem. The whole thing is a big joke. That's the point. Because everything is supposed to be in reverse in this 3D. So, for instance, a lot of people, when it's your birthday, people have a birthday cake, right? In a lot of cultures, Western cultures. And a birthday cake is one of the most unhealthiest things you could eat. All of that icing full of sugar. So you're celebrating your birthday with something that's not even good for you. And I realized the programming when I was young. People say, oh, let's have some shots. Right? And a lot of young people get kind of dragged into that world of, you know, taking spirits and shots and all of these things because they think, hey, this is going to make me feel amazing. But a lot of people don't even like the taste. But if you keep doing it, once again, it's the 28 days. Now you like it. So there is a way out of all of this. And like I say, it always starts with you taking back your power when you say, actually, their gig is up. When you lose fear, like I say, there's an Arabic word called maktub. It was written. And that's what it means. It was written. Maktub. And we got to remind ourselves of that. Justin, you are appreciated. Take on the Anunnaki. I read his 5th edition and it's mind-blowing if taken as more than a work of fiction. Maximilian. Yes. People like him and Zachariah Stitchin, who also wrote The 12th Planet, Nibiru, who has great books on the Anunnaki, Zachariah Stitchin. A lot of these people were onto something. Was everything
Credits received.
they wrote the
Thank
truth?
you for your monetary support.
I'm sure not. But I do think a lot of it, there is a lot of truth in it.
Credits
because
received.
you got to
Thank
remind
you for your
yourself,
monetary support.
all over this planet, from Adam's calendar in South Africa, Adam's calendar, go and check out the work of Michael Tellinger, right? That's the oldest megalithic structure on the planet. One of the oldest structures. Stonehenge in the UK. All of these structures. Pyramids all over Sudan. Pyramids in Russia, in Bosnia, in Mexico. We have been visited. Some people might call them aliens. I say intelligent life forms. Absolutely. Now, not all of them were in humanity's favor. Some had their own agenda. And how the Anunnaki story goes is that, if you don't know, deep divers, these alien beings who were malevolent, not so good, came to the planet and they used human beings as slaves. They created human beings. In fact, Ridley Scott who directed the film Prometheus, he was trying to give you a message in that film. Prometheus was all about the Anunnaki. And we've never been alone. I told you. Kepler 186f. There are Earth-like planets. Do you believe in a parallel universe, deep divers? But many people, there is talk about the Nephilim in a lot of the Dead Sea Scrolls, even the Bible. They talk of these giants walking the planet. And they actually, they bred with the daughters of God, and they had children. And the Anunnaki needed gold. And this is why a lot of minerals and precious metals are so valued here, because once again, this is the huge mining experiment that has been going on. And the Anunnaki story is all about how they turned humanity into a slave species. And it makes a lot of sense. Like I always say, you got to question everything, even the Anunnaki story. But one thing you do know is that there is a force, call it the Anunnaki, call it whatever you want, the inorganic ones, that has been manipulating humanity since its conception. And this force is still around, and you're seeing it with everything that's happening on the planet. You thought human beings were in charge. They can be. There is a way out. But you have to remind yourself, the people who are controlling the prison aren't going to give you the keys to get out. Let me repeat that. The people who are controlling the prison are not going to give you the keys to get out. Let me repeat it one more time. The people who are controlling the prison are not going to give you the keys to get out. Therefore, how do you get out? You must break down the doors. Elizabeth Higgs, you are appreciated. Thank you, Ralph. You are so appreciated. We all continue to do what we can to awaken as many as we can. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Credits received.
That's all we can do.
Thank you for your monetary support.
So many beautiful deep divers here. Make sure you smash the like button, deep divers, and share this link. Smash the like button and share this. Modul Soul, you are appreciated. Can we talk a little bit? Can we talk a little about Kanye? Not bashing him. I just believe too many people follow him. Shout out to Kanye West. Shout out to everyone who's here. I always say a lot of these celebrities, they're in a tough position because the reason why is because they know a lot more than they're telling their fans. Anyone who's been in the music industry knows a lot more than their fans. And in the music industry, there is one rule to follow. And the rule to follow if you want to be successful is shut your mouth and dumb down the masses. That's the formula.
Credits received. Thank you for your monetary support.
Now, Lauryn Hill, shout out to Lauryn Hill. She broke that programming and awakened millions of women. But they had to say, Lauryn, wait a minute. We can't have you empowering so many women. Let's bring in Cardi B. Kanye West was awake and aware because of his mom, Donda, who was a university professor. But Kanye West was always conscious because he came from a very conscious household. And that's why the early Kanye West
credits received.
just said things. he would go on stage and speak his heart and mind because he was trying to change that programming. When he went on stage and was speaking about Jay-Z and all of these people and Zuckerberg, all of these people, they took Kanye West to a hospital. Kanye West hasn't been the same since. Because there's something called MK Ultra. And a lot of these celebrities, it happens to them. You either got a choice. You can either leave the industry or you can stay in the industry and follow the rules of the industry. You can't do both. You either got to be independent, create your own distribution, your own record label. But if you are signed to a major record company, if you are a mainstream artist, I'm talking a level like a Justin Bieber, you can't say anything. All you can do is just act like you don't know what's going on. Because you've got too many people listening to you. Now, there is a way out because a lot of these mainstream artists are now also starting to realize they're also slaves themselves. That's why Kanye said, new slaves, right? New slaves. They got all the money in the world, but they can't say anything. Because if they do open their big mouth, all of a sudden their songs are not on they're not on Apple, they're removed from Spotify, all kind of things happen. So this is why a lot of mainstream artists, they keep quiet. That's why they do this. Right? Keep quiet, because if you are a mainstream artist, many of them have already sold their souls. Kanye West said, I sold my soul to the devil for a crappy deal. At least it came with a few toys like a Happy Meal. Now, you do have many mainstream artists who are trying to do the right thing. And that's commendable. But many times it's too late because you can't play both sides. You got to choose one. Prince was a mainstream artist. a very conscious mainstream artist, but even Prince used to watch my videos, by the way, deep divers. What gets you there, you got to follow the rules. You can't bite the hand that feeds you. And this is why a lot of these artists, they're in the industry for a long time. Then they want to expose the industry. That's a no-no. You can't be in the club and then expose the club. You got to choose. And this is why a lot of celebrities, even though they know a lot more than their audience, they say, you know what? I already chose this, so I got to keep going. I got to keep doing it. So you got to remind yourself, celebrities aren't going to save you. Kanye West can't save you. Justin Bieber can't save you. Selena Gomez can't save you. You got to save yourself. And the truth is, you are the real celebrity. That's what they don't tell you. You are the biggest celebrity. You're bigger than Kanye West. You're actually more famous than Justin Bieber.
Support.
Do you know why you're more famous than Justin Bieber? Because you are seeing yourself every single day in the mirror. You are seeing yourself every day in the mirror. You better roll out the red carpet for yourself. You better roll out the red carpet for yourself. You better roll out the red carpet for yourself. And this is the way out. You see, ask yourself, with everything that's happening, who is really standing up for you? These are the people who are the real superheroes. These are the people who are the real superheroes, the real celebrities, the people who are fighting for your freedoms. Let me repeat that. These are the real superheroes and celebrities, the people who are fighting for your freedoms. These are the people you should roll out the red carpet for. Put yourself on the red carpet while you're at it. But a lot of these people we've placed on a pedestal, they're not doing anything dangerous. They're playing it safe. They're afraid. And fear is always the lowest frequency. If you want to know if a celebrity is real, say, wait a minute, have they ever made a song that's dangerous? Have they ever made a song that's challenged the status quo, challenged the authority? John Lennon did. Lauryn Hill did. Right? Tupac Shakur did. And you still have some artists out here right now doing the same thing. Shout out to you. You know, there are a lot of great artists who are doing it, and that's what we need more of. That's the way out. Use music to inspire people. Jaden Smith did. Shout out to Jaden Smith. So like I always say, you still got great artists around. You still got wonderful artists around, but right now you got to put yourself on the red carpet. This is the way out. With everything you see around you, deep divers, with everything you see around you that's happening, remind yourself not to panic. Anytime you are panicking, you are going to be the reason why the store's shelves get emptied. Right? Remind yourself there's enough food to go around. There's no shortage of food on planet Earth. Let me repeat that. There's no shortage of food on planet Earth. There's more than enough food for everyone to eat 10 times, 20 times, 30 times. So anytime they're trying to say, hey, food is running out, that's because they want that to happen. Nothing is running out in an abundant world. So when you remind yourself there's nothing running out, all of these things are being created by human egos to make you think that things are running out. I need to stock up on food. And that's why a lot of people are overeating. Because people are so scared that the shops are going to be closed again, another wave is coming, another lockdown. People are literally overeating. And right now you want to be reminding yourself you're always protected, you're always taken care of. So many beautiful deep divers here, deep divers. Let's raise the frequency a bit, deep divers. Can we do that? Shout out to everyone who's here. Make sure you smash the like button, deep divers. Smash the like button and share this link. I said it's time to do a live. Let's do this, deep divers. One love to everyone who's here. I'm so happy. The whole world is just beginning. We already won. It's about us all. So many beautiful deep divers here. It feels so good to be alive, deep divers. We had to raise the frequency a little bit. So there is a way out.
Another Earth cycle.
Right now, humanity is Theseus in the Minotaur.
Celebration maneuver Alpha initiated.
Right now, it's Theseus and the Minotaur. See, one of the greatest things is to study Greek mythology. And a lot of the Greek mythology shows you valuable lessons. How does Theseus get out of the Minotaur? Get out of the labyrinth? Right now, many people find themselves in a labyrinth. Jake Kush, where you are, appreciated. Gratitude to you, Infinite Waters. Thoughts on Ripple, XRP, cryptocurrency, and can we capitalize off it? You are appreciated.
Received. Thank you for your
when we talk of
support.
Cryptocurrency in general, remind yourself.
Credits received. Thank you for your monetary support.
Remind yourself. It's a great thing. There's an alternative. But also remind yourself to be cautious. Don't invest everything you have into cryptocurrency. Because once again, you got to remind yourself, you are the currency.
Credits
you are the
received.
currency.
Thank you for your monetary support.
And Elon Musk just bought a lot of Bitcoin. Elon Musk bought a lot of crypto. And you got to remind yourself that it's exciting, cryptocurrency, and have fun with it. But also remind yourself, everything you get in the matrix is given to you by the inorganic ones. And they play both sides of the fence. And this is why the same people who create the crypto are also behind the banking systems. Because I told you, it's what we call controlled opposition. They know that people are getting tired of money. They want to break away. So what they'll do is they'll own the crypto in the long run. So you always got to think one step ahead to say, wait a minute, how you got to do the research on every cryptocurrency. Where did it come from? Who's investing into it? But remind yourself, you are the real currency. That's the big thing. You know, the Native Americans used to trade and barter with things they had. Go back to those days. Trade a smile for mine. Shout out to everyone who's here. One love to everyone who's here, deep divers. Make sure you smash the like button and share this link. Let's get this video in the algorithm. Smash the like button and share the link. One love to everyone who's here. So many wonderful deep divers here. So glad you could join, deep divers. So, it is a time of celebration in my mind, deep divers. Miguel Garcia, you are appreciated. What do you think about government banning meat and therefore banning nutrients? If I'm reading that correctly, you have to show me the article for that. We're plant-based here. You can ban meat here. One love to all of you wonderful deep divers. There is a way out. The coming society breakout. One thing is that if you focus on how people are now starting to go behind the wizard's curtain, just like Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz, and now starting to go behind the curtain. And this is why there's a way out. If you remind yourself, everything is always hidden in plain sight. Everything is always hidden in plain sight. All you have to do to be a decoder is just to look around at everything you see. And when you realize that the truth is hidden in plain sight in the matrix, this is the way out. To see that when you turn on the TV, that's part of the deception. All of these things. Then you say, okay, they are all tied together. I told you, 90% of the media in America is controlled by 6 corporations. Now, the monopoly was a game, but it's actually happening in real life. There's only 2 companies which control all the media in the entire planet. Do you know the names of them? If you do, I'll be surprised. I won't actually, but these 2 companies own everything in terms of in the matrix. And the way out is to see how the chess game is being played. And you have to remind yourself that you have to remind yourself to see. You might watch 2 different programs, not knowing they're owned by the same companies. BlackRock and Vanguard, absolutely. Those are the 2. BlackRock and Vanguard. So they own everything. From your Disney to your Marvel to your Fox, CNN. All of these companies are owned by those 2. And this is why you don't realize that it's all connected. That's why sometimes you watch the news, they're all saying the same thing because they're all owned by the same people. So you have to remind yourself that it's all connected. The apple doesn't fall the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So remind yourself that everything is owned in the matrix. The only thing that's free is your soul. Hold on to it. Hold on to your freedoms. Stand up for your freedoms. Learn how to say no. Learn how to realize you're not insignificant. You are actually powerful beyond measure. Right now is not the time to say ignorance is bliss, because you're going to wake up and you're going to be living in a digital prison. This is why everything is about the app. And eventually they want everyone to have an app which shows their status. And this is why it's already happening in France. If your app is not favorable, they say, hey, you can't go into a restaurant. And good news is there's been a lot of pushback, people standing up in Paris saying enough is enough. People have to start reminding themselves the inorganic ones aren't going to stop. They only know how to make your life miserable. You have to make sure you let love guide you, not fear. You have to make sure you stop being the little me and you start becoming the super powerful me to say, wait a minute, it only takes one candle to light 1,000. So long as you've said one message, deep divers, you've done your job. And I told you, this is why all you have to do is just say one thing. You don't have to do every day. All you have to do is just speak your truth.
Thank you for your monetary support.
And if you do, you can sleep at night. A lot of people know something, but they're not doing anything. Fabio, you are appreciated. My favorite music masterpiece. My favorite music masterpiece is the classical piece from Time of the Great Conjunction. It will forever stay in my mind and remind me of that time. Remind me of that time. Hey, we can even go into it. Let's do a little meditation, deep divers. I think I might know the one you mean. Let's raise the frequency. Let's raise the frequency. Once again, deep divers, you are appreciated. Make sure you smash the like button and share this link. Let's get this in the algorithms. Let's go.
Credits received. Thank you for your monetary support.
Beautiful, deep divers. That was just for Fabio. Just giving love to all of you deep divers. So many beautiful deep divers. I want to remind you, you are the power. And I'm here to empower you, to remind yourself you can do exactly what I'm doing and even more. A lot of my proteges have already done that.
Credits received.
A lot
Thank
of
you for your
people
monetary
who are
support.
watching my videos back in the day have said, hey, I want to start inspiring other people like Ralph Smart. And they're doing it. And that's what is needed. That's what's needed for us all to get out. You have a voice. You have a platform. Use it. And you too can spark the brains of millions of people all around the world. Get off your sofa. Get creating. And remind yourself, someone out there is waiting to hear your voice. Someone out there is waiting to hear your message. Someone out there is waiting to see your face. Everyone does that. There will be so many people sharing truths everywhere that this entire system will see the greatest awakening it's ever seen. And it's already happening. Shaman Seer Tarot, bless you all. I'll put heart there. Keep on keeping on. Unity is the way to go. No poke for me. Unity is the only thing that will ever get us out of this, right? The way out of this is to remind yourself all of these illusions, religions, races, nationalities is all part of the circus show. Move into the oneness. Move into the truth that everything is connected. Now you are out of the matrix. You see, if everyone is on the same team, there's no one to play against. If everyone's on the same team, there's no one to fight against. And this is a fifth dimensional mind state that you have been divided on purpose, just like a pizza. Because so long as you are divided, you have no power. So remind yourself, the way out is to lose these labels you even call yourself. I'm this, I'm that, I'm Spanish, I'm Russian. All of these are programs, constructs in your mind, which are perfect for you to be a mind-controlled automaton. And this is why a new awareness is coming to the planet. And people are starting to realize everything they were told they were is a complete lie. Even your name. And that's why it's time for a whole new education. Deep divers you are appreciated. Remind yourself, everything you do matters, and remind yourself you are always protected. The way out is to remind yourself of that every single day. So long as you are doing what you are here to do, you're always protected. This is what you came here to do. This is what you signed up for. Many people you know, friends and family, are still in the dream, still under deep hypnosis. You are waking up every single day. Your eyes are growing wider. Your clarity is growing stronger. And therefore, just rejoice that you can see what a lot of people cannot see. Remind yourself every single day to choose your freedom over slavery, your love over fear. Deep divers you are appreciated. Oh, we had fun. We had fun. I want to thank everyone who came here. And I said, let me do a live, because the last time I did one was 2 weeks ago. But I'm putting out daily videos, and I want to remind you what happens with gratitude, deep divers. When you are grateful, you not only drop one video, you can do another one, and another one, and another one. So remind yourself, the only limitation you have is your limited belief system. Humanity can get out of this global pandemic stronger, more united, more awake and aware. But the choice is yours. Every single day, make sure you can say, I was a part of waking people up, not a part of putting people to sleep. Deep divers, you are appreciated. One love to all of you. We had fun. Did you have fun, deep divers? We had fun, right? So I love all of you. Smash the like button and share this link.
Credits received. Thank you for your monetary support.
I said you are appreciated. Shout out to everyone who's here. And very powerful live stream. To everyone who's been here, you are part of making this live stream that much more powerful. Assad, Oyo, you are appreciated. Ralph, love you, brother. Keep doing. Love is the true magic. Ooh, I like that. Love is the true magic, deep divers. We're going to leave it at that. We're going to keep going. One love to all of you. I'll be back tomorrow. Keep your frequency high. Let's rock out, deep divers. One love to everyone. Let's go 80s. I'm so happy. The whole world is just beginning. We already won. It's about us all. So many beautiful deep divers here. One love to all of you deep divers. 80s, baby. 80s, let's go. Feels so good to be alive, baby. Yeah, I'm so happy. It's a choice. It's always a choice, deep divers. So happy to manifest whatever you want, to be whatever you want. It's a choice. Freedom is a must. We have to become the spoon. It's always a choice, deep divers. One love to everyone who's here. Tarot, thank you. God bless, Ralph. You are appreciated. Remind yourself, this was time well spent. I'm happy I did this live stream. Remind yourself, you can use that same time you're on TikTok, on Facebook, on Instagram to say, wait a minute, let me start a video. Let me start a live stream. Let me do something. You've got all the time to do it. So remind yourself, in that same time, you could also do something that could leave a tremendous imprint on someone else. Ed Revy, you are appreciated. So many beautiful deep divers. The Midnight Hunterway. Midnight Hunterway, you are most definitely appreciated. reading as many comments as I can. Ed Revy, thank you, Ralph, for everything you do to raise the vibration. Deep Divers, like I told you, we had a phenomenal show. Let love guide you today. I love all of you deep divers. We are here in the ocean. It's got fishes all around, deep divers. One love to everybody. We out. Let's go.